Okay, so this is part 2 of the 1993 LS400 flickering gauges problem and an attempt to repair. So I went to LS400 cluster flicker clublexus.com. I did a search on Google, and then I found this article that told me to use these capacitors, which you can get from Mosier.com. A 10 microfarad 16 volt, a 10 microfarad 50 volt, a 4.7 microfarad 25 volt. And then this picture I drew is their approximate locations. So one is on the top board here, and the other's on the other board. And when I say top board, this is the top board, and this other board is the back. Incidentally, this whole thing is the gauge pod that on the previous video I showed you how to take out. So I already did this, and here are the original capacitors below, and these are surface mount type, so they're different. You can actually see if you look hard, you can see what's the 10, and then it says 16 volts, so that means how many microfarads in the volts, which matches what I bought. But anyway, on the bottom they just have, well, let's grab the big one. It's got legs sticking out on the side, so they are located here. That's one I did already. And these are not surface mount. This is just a regular type that I bought. It's called, oh yeah, here we go. It's called electrolytic. Yeah, the Panasonic brand, I think, is the one I got. So I just bent the little I'd heated it, and this is the soldering iron I used. So you just heat a little on one side, and then it will tilt back. And you heat it on the other side, and then it will fall off. And you just do that to all three. And then the new one, you bend it, the leads, kind of like this, out to the side, so you can get to it and see it and solder it. And before you solder it, it's much easier if you add some additional solder on the contacts first. So there's my additional solder, and the leaded type is the best. It really is much easier to use, which is what I used. And so that's that one, and I'll show you the other two. The other one is this one right here, and the last one is this one right here, which is the big one. And these are all polarity specific, so if you look on the side, it's got a little white band, a little white. That's negative for these. The rest is some other color. And you can see it really well on this one. Here's a huge one here. I changed this one too earlier, and it's got a kind of gold. But anyway, it says negative, so you know it's the negative. And good for us, the board is labeled. So let me see, I have a good example. Here's some pretty good examples. If you look right there, you can see a little negative sign, so they labeled it. And then these just has the black on one side. So that's the negative on these, the black little paint. You can't. This one you can kind of tell. So there, that's how that works. So anyway, I'm gonna put all this junk back together. We're gonna see how it works. Yeah, here's these little slips I got. They come in the mail like this, and you just put them in there. So I'm gonna put it back, and we're gonna see if the gauges work. See you soon. Bye.